That's not gonna work. Looks like the keystrokes to start OBS. I thought you'd be able to do it outside of OBS. That was the whole point. To start the stream, switch to a scene, you can set keystrokes. It was working fine for a while, and now it's not working at all. I have to be in OBS when I want to start the stream and select the main scene. So I don't know what's going on there. I really don't. But once again, we have my addiction that causes friction. Black Myth Wukong. Son Wukong has basically reincarnated. Not the same person, but this is Son Wukong right here. He was trapped inside a stone on a mountaintop. Although that's how the story goes, I guess. There's different versions. But now, with this reincarnation, you are on a mission to free Son Wukong. And I have made it my life's mission. However strange that may be. I also found a Engine.ini, which is the main configuration file for Unreal Engine 5, and found a Reddit post, which I will look at posting in the description for this video, but I am testing that right now. A custom ray tracing configuration in the Engine.ini. I may stop the stream and try some different configurations. I'm not sure if it's actually working, so I'm gonna have to verify that. I'm also looking into an Unreal Unlocker. Basically configuration unlocker. It has some other features. I'm trying to see if I can contact the developer directly. They want $6 for the app, so I'll definitely pay the money if they're willing to provide support, you know, through email or whatever. And with that, with the Unreal Unlocker, you can have a live console in the game, and I believe you should be able to change parameters. There also should be, in the Unreal documentation, I gotta see, there should be a way to do that when you're developing Unreal, but you may get locked out of it once the game ships. So I gotta see. There's normally, you ship an app, you ship a game, they lock everything down, they don't. I mean, that's the most secure way to do it, so I gotta see if this Unreal Unlocker is the real deal, can do what I need it to do. Alright, so I'm just gonna test. This is chapter 4. Seems a little choppy. So there's basically an overriding happening. And also, you change settings. They had a big patch in December, so maybe this has been fixed. So I gotta do some more setting changes and testing with that, but so basically there's the Engine.ini, and then what you set here. But I gotta learn more about how Unreal Engine works. I would think it would just honor whatever's in the Engine.ini. try to do is just go insane. Do very high. Super resolution, just go nuts. It's telling me that my GPU is going to blow up. The current settings exceed the recommended settings and may lead to performance issues. Oh, must be nice. Alright, so we're basically screwed. Look at that. It's going insane. It's going from 500 or 1000 FPS down to 23. Yeah, it's definitely screwed. I screwed the pooch pretty bad. Alright, I have to check overclocks. And that is going to mean that I have to get the Intel graphics software. I think I'm going to try to tone it down. It's already giving me a warning that I have unstable tuning settings. So let's just reset. Okay, I'm not going to do any OC. This is just basic software OC. I also have to start working on BIOS, UE5 OCs. Those should be interesting. I've done some overclocks in this software that have corrupted the UE5 settings. The motherboard, the MSI motherboard that I have, is basically just going back to backup. The backup configs that it has, and the system comes back when I reboot. That's happened about 3 times now. But I think that's a good sign because the hardware can take it. The ARC card, it should have had stress testing done. But you know, it's the motherboard or the ARC GPU may not be so friendly with the next overclock, so you got to really be careful, which is why I try to buy as many GPUs as I can so I can just go insane, do whatever I want. Something happens, I can go to another GPU and then try fixing the GPU that I bricked, which has not happened yet, but may. Alright, so we're gonna go back. There's something pretty cool in the Reddit that I found for this custom Config.ini for ray tracing, that like particles on walls or whatever. I gotta look it up again, but basically there was like ray tracing on those. You can fine tune that, you know, stuff like that. I have to go through, see if I can find the official Unreal Engine documentation for all these parameters and run through all of that, try to connect the dots. Alright, so we have screwed the pooch here. Actually, I'll just go to 48 and then bring it back up a little. Just gonna go back to medium. Just gonna do this. Alright, now I'm seeing some strange stuff. It must be from the graphic.ini, the Engine.ini config that I have. Like the FPS is skyrocketing. They're like 260. Sometimes maybe even 300. You can see that in present mod. It just hit 500. I've never seen that before. Normally it stays within that range. Basically 60 to about 65. 55 to about 65 FPS. It's pretty crazy. I'm not seeing... I gotta turn the light off. I'm seeing some flickering. Alright. If you're in the chat, let me know. I will definitely be good. Anybody has any questions, whether you see this video live or after the fact, just please put it in the comments. I'll reply, and I'll also work on updating the description in YouTube. So presented FPS is definitely freaking out in a 300 range, even 500, but displayed FPS is not. I may enable more attributes in present mod. It really is, it's the best FPS monitor I've ever tested. It's amazing. I love it. I used Riva Tuner for many years, and that is horrible compared to this. Present mod works on every game I've tried it on consistently. A little bit of bugginess, but nothing to really complain about. Riva Tuner was a nightmare. On NVIDIA hardware, because NVIDIA has a monopoly, and all the third-party developers cater to NVIDIA. Riva Tuner worked the best on there, but even on NVIDIA, it's sometimes a pain to get it to work. Damn, that guy's coming all the way up to try to get me. See that son of a bitch? Here he comes. There's definitely some choppiness. Yeah, there's some stuttering. Let's see. Bring this down. Even though I don't want to. try with VSync off. Yeah, look at that. Wait a minute. FPS really should be going up a lot more with ray tracing off, so. It's definitely smoother. But I have. There we go, it's choppy. Alright, I am going to end the stream and see if the keystroke will work. Then I think we're going to get rid of what I've done in the Engine.ini. Do an A/B test. So I should be back shortly.